There we go. Hope everyone is doing well today. So, obviously, today is Tuesday, and my mic is really quiet for some reason. Let me fix that. That should be better. Alright, so today is Tuesday, which, as you all know, is Reaction Day. Got some daily dose, got some memes and such, and then, just seeing where the internet takes us from there. As per usual, I'll wait a couple minutes before we actively start. But yeah. Turn this up just a bit. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty fun day, I think. With the end of the year coming up, everyone's doing their best of compilations at this point. I'm kind of thinking of doing one myself, taking all the clips that have been made and kind of turning it into a video. But, I have a lot of other videos to work on. And plus, I don't really have that many clips. Let me actually figure out how many I have in total. Oh, right. When I counted, it was around 25. So, if I were to do a best of compilation, it would be only like, about 10 minutes. Which, isn't amazing in terms of best of videos, because most best of videos tend to be around an hour. If you look at, say, like Smitty or that group, their best of videos tend to be like an hour and a half, so I don't have enough good content to put it up there. Hello, hello, Pirates, welcome in. Congratulations on being the first one to stream, officially. But yeah, Tuesday React. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. Honestly, if any of you have a favorite moment from any of my streams, and it doesn't have to be something that's already clipped, doesn't have to be a recent VOD, but if anything in your memory you find is one of your favorite moments in the stream, please let me know, so I can go and find it. And then that way, of course, yeah, and frankly, if you don't have a favorite moment or anything like that, there's a bunch of the clips that I can go through and whatnot. Actually, you know what? We can do that today. On top of all the other stuff, we can kind of react to all of my clips. And just kind of go through the history of what I have. And just kind of talk about them. There we go. No, that's not it. There it is. So yeah, if you want, we can run through that. That could be fun. Yeah. So, with that, I think it's about time we get started.
Hi!
Hello, hello, Ray. Welcome in. Gonna go ahead, turn that very much so down, and then do this. Then pause, and bring this down. So, I'm just gonna quickly go through. Actually, I'll be on this side. Oh, this is gonna be weird saying myself on this side. I'm gonna go through, nice 10-day streak. Yeah, I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna watch all of my old clips. I say old clips, but you know, they're mostly within the last few months. And just kind of look at how things have changed over time. And we start with Fwend from Duck Simulator 2. Why am I on that side? Holy shit. When did I swap sides? What the fuck? Man, I was so quiet. Okay, here, let me replay that one.
Friend. I bought a friend.
I had to, like, triple my audio levels just to hear me with that. That is insane. I did not realize how quiet I used to be. Alright, now we get into the more modern stuff after I swapped sides into Splatoon. Well, we hit quota. That's what matters. Now we just need to survive. Yeah, that sounds about right. Not much has changed from that. Also, I was so freaking quiet. What the hell? Yeah, literally, like... Well, we survive. 9 seconds left. And then we die with 3. It was 6 seconds between when I said all we need to do is survive and by the time we die. It was 6 seconds. Alright, we got a haha funny moment. Oh, Undertale, yes.
I love the fact that entire time, Sans was trying to sell you out to Papyrus without making it obvious, and Papyrus just didn't take the bait. Also, haha, funny moment. Anyway,
Oh, man. Honestly, that's something I stole. I'm not gonna lie.
haha, funny moment.
I stole this from another creator I watched play Undertale like less than a week before starting. Also, just as a notice, look at the difference between models at this point. Like, obviously it's the same model and stuff, but like, they're... It looks like two completely different people. I'm not gonna lie. That's insane. I mean, obviously it's not going to be like my official model or anything like that. I mean, it has been for the past like almost year, but obviously it's not like my design or anything like that. But even so, like just what you can do with this model, like you can make it look like completely different people just by changing like certain colors and design aspects. But as we move further into Undertale,
What piece of him did you take? That is none of your concern. What I take from another man is not your concern. I know what I said.
Also, that clip in the link doesn't exist anymore because I got rid of it because it was just this clip essentially. So what I did was um when I uh when I initially did that whole clipping using my stream deck and like live clipped streams and stuff like that, um I would click clip and it would take the last 30 seconds. And usually as I clicked clip, I would kind of comment onto it that is a good tail end for the clip. So I just kind of gave up on that. This one worked. This one worked, so I kept it the way it was.
Um, well, yeah, I don't want to eat the man before I get to take him places. Fuck.
Oh, wait, no, I guess I didn't. Because I made that clip. And then that one's obviously gone.
That had "take me on a date first" written all over it.
So, yeah. That's kind of... you know. That is how it is. Oh, wait, no, here's the same clip. It's the same exact clip, just named.
Well, yeah, I don't want to eat the man.
So, I guess this one can be removed. Because that, I just have the same clip twice.
Wowie, I feel so informed. I like how there's crime rates, dog radar, the date and weather, a fishing reel, the population, which is massively spiking and decreasing at a rapid rate, and an egg.
Yeah. You know, I want an egg on my first date. I want like a egg HUD piece. And okay, but no, seriously, let's just talk about for a moment the population meter here. All right. Let's just talk about that. Like if your population is massively spiking like that and having like such like huge spikes and like declines, like what is going on? Not only are you having essentially mass genocide, but you're also having mass birthing. Like what the hell is going on? And they're not at the same time either, because then it would equal out. It's you have like massive like mass genocide, and then all of a sudden everyone's having a child, and then all of a sudden everyone's getting killed again, and then all of a sudden like what the hell is going on with the population there? Okay, I'm pausing the music again because we're moving on.
Dot up right, dot down down right. Let's see if I can remember that.
I didn't.
No. No.
Dot up right, dot down down right.
You see what I mean by I need your help? Thank you. It's... Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about that one. Oh, wait, did we just watch this clip? Dumb joke, I know.
So, only move around when you want to get up. Hands off. And the answer to the universe will be known to you.
This is still one of my favorite moments in this game.
Anyway.
I forgot just how long I left it. Honestly, like I said, that's still one of my favorite moments in this game. Just being able to, like, view the universe while dissociating. Just love it. Okay, what clip is this? And is it the same as... No, it doesn't look like it's going to be the same as anything else.
I just had a discovery. I played this game back like 2018 before I realized anything about myself. And I did have a minor crush on Azrael. Holy shit.
Ah, yes.
Azrael was my first gay crush. Oh no.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And hold on, I am going to quickly grab, because this is where another video comes in. Do-do-do. All right, back to this. This is a 2-minute thing.
Yeah, no. Legitimately, there are...
Oh gosh, the blowout.
four characters. Four of the characters in this game, maybe five. I would so like let Dami. Like completely, yeah. Like Undyne, totally a top. I could so see it, and yeah, that badass character, of course. Like, come on. Toriel, I could see her as a Dami mommy. Just saying. Asgore. Yeah, that gives off like a soft dom vibe. Just saying. The other one, the biggest one, actually. I mean, Undyne's up there too, but I would say, probably Undyne comes second to this character. Is a spoiler. That you only meet in the True Pacifist ending. Nope. The last one is in the True Pacifist ending. If you happen to know the name, Azrael. Completely would. Absolutely my favorite character in the entire game. I'm not telling you who they are or what their relation to the story is, but just Azrael. That's all I'm saying. Just actually. Okay. Hold on.
And then this goes into the other clip.
I just had a discovery. I played this game back like 2018 before I realized anything about myself. And I did have a minor crush on Azrael. Holy shit. Azrael was my first gay crush. Oh no. Well, now it would be straight, but like, still, oh.
Yeah, I stand by that. All of that. And now that I've finished the Undertale playthrough, yeah, Azrael, the hyper god of death. I would absolutely let Dom the fuck out of me. I stand by what I said that day. It is still accurate. There is still all of... Actually, let's go through it again. Let's go through it in order this time. So, probably the least likely I would want to Dami would probably be Asgore. You know, like... I like 100%, I still would, but like, that's the one I would least want. Out of the 5-ish. Then... I think then Toriel, actually. As much as I like Toriel, she gives off more of a caretaker vibe than a, like, actual, you know, like a Dami vibe or anything like that. She'd be more likely to make sure you eat a sandwich than, you know, anything else. Then we go to Undyne, because, you know, again, badass character, just would absolutely just, like, be a completely rough Dom, just, like, completely, like, uh, degrading you as you're, like, up against a wall sort of thing. Um, and then Azrael, hyper god of death, just, like, you know, that's the sort of thing of, like, powerful best friend trope. Like, it's the best friend trope, but they're a powerful character. You know? That would be the order for me. I swear I'm gonna end up clipping that one later, and it's just gonna be a cycle of that. Anyway, moving on.
Alright, now it's time to stir the pasta. As a general rule of thumb, the more you stir, the better it is. Ready? Let's do it!
Okay, this one I need to turn up the volume for, so I'm going to be a bit loud in the clip, but, you know.
Alright, now it's time to stir the pasta. As a general rule of
Hold
thumb,
on,
the more
I can
you
turn
stir,
it up as it.
the better it is. Ready? Let's do it! I'm not sure if you could hear me pounding on my keyboard.
Yeah, you could literally hear my spam clicking. Even now you can hear, like, me clicking buttons and whatnot on my keyboard and controllers, and you'll see that in the speedrun that I clipped yesterday. You can, like, hear my controller clicking buttons and stuff like that. So it's a lot clearer now. It's almost like my mic picks up more, but it's a lot smoother in how it sounds. Because I'm not, like, blowing out the mic anymore. At least I don't think. This one. Oh, yes. Yes, this is gonna be the same as this one. So,
But no, this game holds you accountable for every choice you make, and that's why I love it. And that's why this line, despite everything, it's still you, is such a powerful line. Because it was you, the player, who made all of the choices. And the choices are what make us who we are. So, despite the fact we went for hours facing monster after monster, it was still us and our decisions that we made. That's the power behind this game. That's why I love this game so much.
I'm going to continue that thought a bit with this. And you could tell that I was kind of getting really emotional with that. Gator, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Mountain Slayer. Also, welcome in, Gator. Hope you're doing well today. I want to show off another thought process surrounding that line of dialogue. So, essentially, if you go through and you let me find Undertale. Okay. If you go through and go through the genocide ending and you get to that same spot. So you're going through, this is not the proper music for this. What the hell? Why not? So you go through, you get to that same spot. I mean, obviously this isn't my gameplay footage, but this is the footage of Jeffrey Butler. Are they just gonna skip over it? Please tell me they don't just skip over it. It looks like they do. Shit. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're just skipping over it, so let me find a better one. Okay. So, you go in. So, you go back. No, okay. So, this clip right here. Oh, come on. There we go. So, this is an interesting other side of it. This is the genocide run. That same mirror, it says it's me, and then your character's name. Which, as you know, the character name that you give for the fallen human is the first human that goes down into the underground. The one that wanted to destroy humanity. In the genocide run, it doesn't necessarily alleviate you of your responsibility. Because Sans does that fully. Sans just outright, rips into you for killing everyone. But essentially, you've learned that, as long as the genocide run wasn't your first run, you learn that the character that you named wanted to destroy humanity. So the fact that you are looking in the mirror and are saying, it's me, that character, that's essentially saying that you're no better than someone who wanted to destroy humanity for destroying all the monsters. Which that kind of adds another layer to it. You know, it's not so much that it's alleviating you of your responsibility, but it's saying that you're no better than another horrible character. Which is an interesting take for it. And then the other one, in the neutral runs, it just goes, it's you. Not despite everything, it's still you. It just says, it's you. Pretty much that being a reflection of hey, it's you. You made those decisions. But, anyway, that's that's kind of what I wanted to continue with at that point. So, yes. Moving on, we have this one.
And you think, how could I have been in the past in these tapes before I even came into the underground? Anyway, I've been holding on to that tidbit of information the entire playthrough. All 5 episodes of it. And do your creepy face. Ah, oh.
Yeah, that was just... Speaking of the 5 episodes, I wanted to go through and just... I'm opening my file manager, so I don't want to give I don't want to give any extra information that's not necessary or anything like that. So I make all my own thumbnails, right? And so I have a folder of thumbnails. The Undertale thumbnails that I made are still my favorites out of the entire set of them. So this was the base that I had, just as it is. Undertale, yes. But actually going through the first one, I had Sans and Flowey on it, right? I liked this thumbnail. It felt well done. Given, that essentially what happened in this playthrough was you went through the ruins with Toriel, and then you met Sans. And at this point, the important characters in the story are Flowey and Sans. So, there you have... Okay, I'm gonna turn the music back on. I keep pausing the music because I'm watching the clips, but then I go into these rambles. So, you have Flowey and Sans as the 2 important characters at this point in time, which makes sense. Sans is also the most well-known character in the entire game. And then, of course, Flowey being, at this point you're not really sure, but the big bad of the story. And then you get into the second video, and that's when we went through and we did the dates with Papyrus and Undyne. And so, I added a bit of blush to my character and stuff like that, and then I made Undyne and Papyrus in their date outfits going through, and that felt like a good sequel thumbnail, right? I liked it. It felt appropriate. So you go in, the next one, we go through the core. We do the Alphys and Mettaton stuff, right? And so I kept the same theme, the 2 characters on either side, and we get Alphys and Mettaton. Right? So it's all going well. That felt appropriate. Then we get to the final boss of the neutral route, Omega Flowey. This is still my favorite thumbnail that I made for the game in its entirety. So let me just... So this, right? Obviously, you have Omega Flowey here. I'm small right in the center. If I made myself much smaller, it wouldn't really work properly because I'd be too small. I put the heart that you play as over top of the gem on the outfit. I felt that was pretty good. Not only that, the lettering on either side. Here, let me move myself more towards the center here. The lettering on either side of this I took the same title here, this exact image, and just moved them to the sides. So I manually did this letter by letter. And I am so happy with how that one turned out. And it felt so appropriate for the ending. The neutral ending and the fight that this was. Right? And then, hold on. This for the final one. You know, you got all the characters. All the important characters. You got Asriel and you got me on either side of the title with the heart on it. I really liked these thumbnails. I had a lot of fun making these. And ever since then, I've been making thumbnails for every game that I play. To the point where I at this point have, I have, like, just base thumbnail faces that I can just put onto an image in Photoshop to make a thumbnail. And so I really like specifically the Undertale thumbnails I really enjoyed making. The rest of the thumbnails I did, I just kind of kept one for the whole series. So, like, for, well, the only one that deviated from that was Kirby Star Allies, which I did this, which, you know, it's just kind of the whole sort of, like, main title promotional art sort of thing. And then for the final fight, I did this, which, you know, I still have the title of the game here, but you got the big boss for the, like, final episode. But I did enjoy making all of those, and I did, like, I do like making the thumbnails. For the Kirby series, though, that I'm working on, going through all the Kirby games, I did just do this. What I did was, this was for the first episode, because that's the game we played, Kirby's Dream Land, and I just put myself in the corner. Second one, Kirby's Dream Land 2, again, put myself in the corner. All the spin-offs I did, I put, like, literally all the spin-offs along the outside while I'm just sitting in the middle. Kirby Superstar, again, just me sitting in the corner. And then Kirby's Dream Land 3, you can see me there. But it's literally just the title of the game on the plain background, and then me somewhere there. And I think I'm gonna keep that for the, like, you know, Kirby games series. Just, you know, keep them all relatively neat and tidy and whatnot. Let me close out of all of these. There we go. But yeah, that's kind of how that's going. And I do enjoy making the thumbnails, so that is something that we can keep doing. Alright, now we go into... We still have more Undertale at this point. Undertale is by far my most clipped series, because I clipped all of, like, the stuff that I enjoyed with them, and I remembered too.
Alright. Also, fun fact, Toby Fox went on record to say why he made Asriel float here. It's because he looked like a doofus just standing there. That is to quote him from the art collection book.
Yeah, no, just literally. Toby Fox said, why did you make him float? Because he looked like a doofus just standing there. Also, I just want to point out, it's now annoying me, because I noticed this, and you will never unsee it. His foot is behind his clothes. the fold in his clothes goes up and around, and his foot is behind it. You're never gonna unsee that now, and neither will I. Anyway, you have fun with that.
Much like the Azrael fight. He hit me in the menu! That motherfucker!
Yeah, no, he literally just...
Much like the Azrael.
This one right here is the one that did it. It hit you right here. Which, it's not supposed to do that. I'm just gonna point that out. It's not supposed to hit you in the menu. The only character that's supposed to be able to hit you in the menu is Sans. Because he's cheating. Sans is, like, legitimately cheating throughout the game. Throughout the fight. That's the whole point of why it's hard. It's a difficult fight because he's cheating. Hello, Gator. You're responding to Ray. You got lagged. I don't know why that's happening. It's apparently happening a lot, but I don't know why. But
this is Barbara's fault.
Yep, it is Barbara's fault, 100%. But yeah, no, the only character that's supposed to be able to hit you while you're in the menu is Sans because he actively cheats. This one, I just got really unlucky with timing and spacing. But anyway, timing. Yes, this is when we get into Mario Wonder because I skipped over clipping Luigi's Mansion.
Can't jump on him. Okay.
I still love that timing.
That was horrible timing for me.
I still love that timing because it's just like I had already jumped when he piranha plants are the best, especially in that, but like I got this is the frame that it happened. Like I was gonna try and get into the pipe, but as I reached it, it popped out. And that's what killed me. Like, that timing is just absolutely horrendous on my part. That it's just, it's so bad. But that's my sort of luck, where it's, that's all it is. It just, at this point, I didn't have control over where I ended up because, like, a frame before, like, I was in the spot a frame before the piranha plants popped out.
Oh, that time.
Which means at that point, I already didn't have time to react.
Let's see.
Honestly. So, the plan there was actually...
Let's see.
I do have to tend to something. Yes. Take care, Gator. Take care. See you next time. But yeah, the plan here was actually... I wanted to see if I could kill the Bullrogs. And so I hit it with a shell. I jumped on it, or tried to jump on it, and then it hit me into the wall and bounced me upwards, and that's what killed me. So that was what the plan was there.
Okay. That's what that does. Well, I am
That was just me getting really unlucky with the game.
doing really bad right now.
I wonder why that got clipped, because that leads right into this. That is just the start of this. What? So you go in, and then I get stuck underneath there. That's all that is. But that means I can delete this. I can close out of that, actually. Oh, and this is just going to be a clip of me struggling.
I'm hating this.
Vlan? Vlanetic? I
Got it.
hope I didn't butcher that too much. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, is that me finally getting it?
Got it.
I mean, I guess that's a clip. Yeah, today we're just going through a bunch of old clips and then watching some videos and such. Alright, what's this one? That's just gonna be me struggling for 30 seconds.
Okay. This is fine.
I still absolutely hate this challenge.
It's not fine. It's not fine. Got it. Okay. And... okay.
Yeah. That one I clipped too early because I did want this part clipped, which was the next part of that.
This is fine. It's not fine. It's not fine. Got it. Okay. And... okay.
Me
okay,
heavily
okay.
struggling.
Nintendo's version of getting over it. Yeah, you're not wrong.
There are so many times there where I just like
Because it definitely is.
I'm like just barely saving it and whatnot.
Oh, man.
Alright. So that's... Oh, no. This is... Oh, you get the line coming in here. The cursed line of the Switch.
Found it. Oh my gosh. That was complete bullshit. You had that... They seriously took inspiration from people's Mario Maker levels. They really did that.
I'm not the only one who
Just
thought
having
that.
a random block in a room that you have to find without any hint of where it is unless you're using a specific character.
I am not the only person who thought that. Grand Pooh Bear, who is one of the best Mario players in the world, from what I remember anyway, had the exact same thought. They saw that, they were trying to find it, and they said, "What is this, Mario Maker?" So I wasn't the only one to think that Mario Maker had a hand in how that level was made. Alright, and then we get into the Kirby stuff. This was the first instance of this look as well.
Revive. Good. Hide.
So that one I can delete because I have that Echo Goes Panic mode is the same clip essentially, except it goes a bit further. This is still one of my favorite clips on my channel to date.
Frick.
Low quality. Yeah, man.
Revive. Good. Hide.
So much happening on
hide,
screen, the
hide,
bitrate
hide
was
from
dying.
Hide from my problems. I'm hiding from my problems. All of them. Every last one of my problems. Hiding from them.
Still one of the funnier moments I've had so far. Then we go into, this is just going to be rage mode. This is going to be the same clip. You could see the health bar was kind of low too. I was really close.
Fuck. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, that's just rage mode Gober, so I can delete that clip. Oh, someone else clipped something. So I don't know what this clip is.
It wasn't
Blown out.
a couple hits away. I had finished the ball form. Like, here, let me...
This was when I had no idea my audio was so blown out.
I'd have to wait for it to be saved as a VOD, but... Unless it was clipped, but I doubt it was. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not... Sorry, Deez, if you're here, I'm deleting your clip. This still hurts, but it hurts less now that I know that it's an actual issue with the Switch Virtual Console and not just something that happened to me.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
All the fucking progress.
That still hurts. But like I said, hurts less now that I know that it wasn't just something that happened to me. It's an actual issue within the Virtual Console that causes it to crash for whatever reason. Alright, what is this clip? I actually don't know what this
Yeah.
clip is.
I'm just gonna die and restart that level. That way I have full health going in. Because this guy gives me burning, which is what the ability I need. I hate this. This is so bad. What? How are you reading every move? What the fuck?
There it is. That's why it's clipped. Yeah, no, it just read every one of my movements, and I don't understand how. Alright, this is the disclaimer for Needy Streamer Overload. So this one I don't need to watch because it's just, you know, the disclaimer that was pinned so that way people could watch it so that they know what they were getting into with the game.
This sucks.
Super blown out.
Give me your nut.
Yeah, then just moved on. I said it and nothing happened. And we get to last week's reaction content. At least they're adding stuff to premium. But yes, this is, I put a ballista on my car. I did a thing. 1080p. Man, I wouldn't mind 1080p's. I mean, what? Yeah. And I didn't realize just how quiet all of the actual like background stuff was until this point. And then, finally,
So, yeah, I think you know what I'm gonna say. And we're gonna, yeah, yeah. All I'm saying was, all I will say is, wish that were me. Anyway. And that is all the clips that are on my channel. Yay! However, I thought of something else that I kind of want to do. And, you know, it's something that I haven't done before. Like, obviously I've watched like my own clips and whatnot, but I want to go back. So I'm not gonna watch the full things or anything like that. I want to watch some of my old stuff, like my old VODs, my old videos. Now, granted, like I do want to watch my Mario Odyssey video again, but you know, I have these old VODs, like these really old VODs that I want to watch some of, just to kind of show how much things have changed. So I say we start with the first one. So this is from January 5th of 2022. To put that in perspective, that is almost 2 years ago. Yeah, that is, and it's also before I started doing much in terms of like actual. Holy shit. This is, yeah, this is how old it is. I you can see how, like, how poorly done this is. Oh man, this is so bad. Got a slideshow going as well. Why don't I have any audio? Yep, this was my old model. I used a notepad. Um, I used Notepad to chat with stream. Literally typing out the stuff I wanted to say.
You can get across here once you see the lock.
Like, this is old.
Spend art tokens in the options satellite on customization and extras.
This is, jeez. Let's see. When did I?
Leepold's evil plot for us to foil. Lucky for us, he's not very good at keeping things hidden.
True.
Yeah, literally, it would be just like
Floating space.
I'd tab out of whatever I'm doing and start typing.
Elevator whisks you to an interplanetary wonderland of fun.
I had the
I can't believe somebody was dumb enough to leave the keys in this thing. It's like Eggman's begging us to sneak in and try to
alerts on screen.
This thing's got crazy fast acceleration.
You call this fast?
This amusement park has been constructed entirely out of a sense of remorse for my past transgression.
And like you just kind of keep going. Like I'm just playing the game because I get like maybe one person in chat, and I'm just playing the game, and you can kind of see. Like that. And then this was you can see it up at the top here. This was before I had my own music. Like, for complete reference, this is before I had made any of my music. So I used other music for all of my stream stuff. And granted, you can't hear that, but like, let's go to the finale video. Just to see, you know, stuff would change over the few days that I streamed it. This is finally my own music. And you know, that at the time it was just axolotl stuff because I had, you know, changed my character to be an axolotl. Fun. Hey. Ah! Jump scare. It's already much louder, but you can tell my character is an axolotl now. Things had slightly changed. And just kind of going forward. Hated this level. Hated this level with a passion. You can tell I was just missing like a single thing somewhere. But just kind of going through and then... You know. Yeah, I didn't know that you had to click something to, finish the credits. It just kept looping the credits. And so, like, you know, this is, like, almost, like, over 10 minutes. I didn't see the skip button. Yeah, I just noticed the skip button. I was not much smarter back then.
Faster, you idiot! Faster! Put your backsides into it! Technically, we don't have backsides, boss. I don't care! Just push! We have to hurry! I already have my revenge planned out, and next time I will not fail! Of course you won't, boss. Of course you won't. On the bright side, a certain someone got their voice back. I feel like my old self! All I want to do is talk, talk, talk! Hey, remember when we were chasing those little alien guys? What's up with those things anyway? They sure were funny looking! Smell good though?
What I wouldn't give for the maddening silence of space right about now.
Hey, we didn't bring any Not that we can eat it since we're robots, but we gotta look at it. I love looking at stuff. I love stuff. The fireworks show game was great. Hey, how did we get all this stuff to blow up like that anyway? Loved it. By the way,
Yes, that was the end of the game. But yeah, that led into kind of the ending. At this point, I still used the credits feature. I also didn't have Until We Meet Again yet. Until We Meet Again wasn't made yet, I don't think. So, you can kind of see there's some changes already, but the large part, this was February 23rd of 2022 that I did this one. And so, that was before the release of anything. And so now we get into the release of my albums. I hadn't started streaming yet. This was the first instance where my voice was on stream. Or not on stream, it was just recorded. I can't record this anymore because, you know, Fortnite is too large for my computer at this point to record properly. And I'm so I'm just playing with friends. Can kind of see my avatar here. I'm still keeping with the axolotl theme. And I'm just playing with friends. And of course that's the character I was using at the time.
So that must have just been like a minigame thing.
Everything's a bit quiet, but
Oh, he has a voice now.
and like I'm not gonna watch through the whole thing, but like kind of just playing through the event.
Wait, so you're telling me that the planet of Fortnite is just a disc?
Yeah.
The Earth is flat. Prove it.
And kill you, Echo.
These are the sorts of instances where, you know how I always say that I do better as a build off of other people? This is what I mean. So this is me playing with friends. I'm in a call with friends. Apologies for the lag throughout and such.
Something's happening.
It's more like a bubble that houses two different realities.
Oh yeah, this was okay. For a bit of context, so you heard me mention here, that
Steve, you like?
Yes, cheese is indeed like that.
Wait, so you're telling me that the planet of Fortnite is just a disc?
you heard me say that. A bit of the context there. This was my first season playing Fortnite after essentially I don't know how long. So I played between seasons 6 and chapter 2 season 2 pretty consistently. And then I fell off in season 2 or chapter 2 season 3, which was the Marvel season. I played like a couple matches and then the event, and then I stopped playing until essentially chapter 2 season, I want to say 7, which is when this was. So apparently a bunch of stuff had been like fleshed out in the lore, the fact that the world of Fortnite was a disc and whatnot. This was before they did the flip event where the entire like world flipped. So this was before that, but apparently it was already
The Earth is flat. Prove it.
And kill you, Echo.
and just like the kind of like comebacks that I have to different comments. And this is kind of how I know that I'm much better building off of other people than I am on my own, per se. And of course more lag because my internet is crappy. But just like it's the sort of thing.
Mashy, or whatever the button is for you.
No quality. Quick time
Oh,
event.
did you see that part?
But this was a video I posted. There's very minimal editing.
Taking out these tanks just in case. But I can't focus on the missiles.
So it, you know, there was nothing too, like, nothing too big in terms of edits. It was just like, every once in a while I'd add some text, like the whole apologies for the lag throughout and whatnot. But ultimately,
Ow.
Oh,
you know, we're just playing, having fun. And that's just kind of how that is. So that was the last thing that I had posted for a while. Right? And then of course I did another album. I did this edit, which I've already shown off, for a class. And then this was the first actual video that I edited together. And by first actual video, I mean this is the first like content video that I edited, like an actual YouTube video.
Was this a video? Indeed it is.
Oh, I'm so quiet.
So a bit of context here. You see, one day on stream I was not sure what to be doing.
Oh yeah, and you can see there's a bit of a yellow outline on here, right? That's because me green screening has to be yellow. Because the issue with my character and its design, there's a lot of greens and there's a lot of blues, which are the two common colors to have green screen effects on. Because the human skin is furthest from the blue-green spectrum. Hello, Chase. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We're just going over some of my old content. Saying as it's getting towards the end of the year, I figured it was appropriate. But yeah, so me trying to do something for green screening, I had to use yellow. And the issue with using yellow is if you go too far with using yellow, it starts to key out some of your skin because it has yellow tints to it. So I had to leave the yellow outline on the character so it wouldn't dig into the skin color.
And so what I did was I asked chat, hey, what sort of game would you like to see? And what ended up being chosen was Super Mario Odyssey.
I am so fucking
And
quiet.
So, for the first time in a few years, I went through and I played through the story of Super Mario Odyssey. And this was the result. Also, yes, I know the audio is a bit inconsistent, especially with this beginning portion, but please bear with me. Let's go with a new game.
I didn't realize just how soft-spoken I was back then. Holy shit. Obviously, I'm a lot louder and a lot more, like, energetic now when I'm talking. But, like, I was so soft-spoken and slow. It's almost like I was kind of talking like this the entire time. And, like, obviously this can be a very nice way to talk. But, like, it's so quiet and so, like, unenergetic that it doesn't make for the best content. But I'm also going to move myself in the center here. At all, I am down here. Just so that way you can see me on this side.
He fucking died.
Yeah, I put this warning in. Anyone who knows anything, you'll see why. Peaches, 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 peaches. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if my muscle memory will kick back in.
You know, this being the
Sorta.
first video that has actual edits. Like that, right there.
Sorta.
That bonk notice thing. That took me probably 10 minutes to get the first time, and then copy pasting it, you had to shift things around, and it took probably another couple, like 3-4 minutes in order to get it personalized for each bonk.
I saw what happened earlier. You've been through quite the ringer. You've landed in Cap Kingdom. We've been under attack by the same monster that gave you such a trouncing. And to make matters worse, the fiend has kidnapped my little sister.
And I mostly put this in because, you know, people watching the video figured they deserved to know some of the story.
I forgot they were siblings. I
Oh yeah, and this comment.
honestly forgot that they were...
Yeah, I forgot they were siblings. I thought they were dating. Alright, gonna run an ad quick so that way we don't get pre-rolls. Just apologies. I'm gonna keep watching though. You know, me trying out a bunch of the controls, trying to get used to it. Just me highlighting a comment.
Really? Ooh. So I'm your first look at this game. There we go.
I liked that I put that in there. It's a nice little, like, kind of nod to it. Because, obviously, that was the same bonk as before. But the thing with this one, the way I did it... So, I'm your first look at this game. And then goes to show how I'm not a good player.
There we go. Oh, whoa?
Yeah, kinda... You know, it's been a while since Yuzu's been here.
Ugh. Get over here.
Just missing the boss entirely. I'm not gonna... I don't... I want to say that I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but I'm probably gonna go through this whole thing and pick apart the edit. Just because that's what I do. You can still hear my controller in these
And
clips.
off we go.
You know, one thing I just noticed. Obviously, you end up in the Moon Kingdom on the moon. The moon is so yellow here. When everywhere else the moon is the typical, like, grayish. I don't know.
So, because this is your first time seeing a playthrough of this, so a bit of context here as well. This was the first time that my chat had seen gameplay. So, people watching the video, if you've seen it, this last comment was exactly for you. But at this point, I go on a long-winded speech about what world peace in the game is. So I'll make a quick explanation here. So world peace is when you go through the entirety of the story of the game. So that includes all the boss fights, all the mini bosses, everything that has to do with story in the game. Now, if you watch any speedruns, you know that story is not required in this game whatsoever. You can essentially pass by the entire story of the game and just kind of get moons that are lying around.
Okay.
I will mention that briefly in
Speed
Sand
it up.
Kingdom, but yeah, back to the video.
So, yeah, that was... Honestly, I probably should have just left in, the actual rant that I did, because it was probably quicker. And you can see, at the end there, as well.
Yeah, back to the video.
You can see me look over to my other monitor to stop recording. Like, it's so funny. Just, I was so unprofessional and so soft-spoken and so, like, out there, I guess, with this, that I think my Undertale playthrough is going to be very different vibes. It's fully... It's so fucking quiet. I'm actually turning this all the way up on OBS.
Cascade Kingdom. Sorry, still a bit amped from capturing a power line. Must collect myself. I love the shaking text. I forgot about that. Let's see if we can find it.
Bonk. When's the next bonk? I know there's one in here somewhere. Huh, guess not. I thought there was a bonk when jumping to that platform, but I guess not. Me attempting anything related to speedrunning. Yep. I make noises a lot.
Just throw me on that globe there. Nope. Not yet.
There it is.
Let's see if I can get this skip.
So this is an actual speedrun skip
Come on.
that I am absolutely failing at.
I missed. You can actually skip the entire... Oops. Didn't mean to do that. You can skip the entire, essentially, kingdom by doing that.
So I did finally get the skip, but...
Now that's not nearly as fast as speedrunners play this game. At this point they'd already, like,
Okay, yep, here we go.
they'd already be like 3 kingdoms in.
So, well, you'll see. Yeah. For reference, that is how fast speedrunners go in this game. By the time it took me to beat the boss of Cascade Kingdom, the second kingdom in the game, the world record was already 5 kingdoms into the game. About a third of the way done. Anyway. Music was not the greatest choice, but...
Nope, still need one more. Look.
then going into the next kingdom and such. I am literally just going to be watching my old videos today. I think that's what today's going to be about. Maybe later we'll go into memes, but I will post this VOD to YouTube then. At least the section where it's just watching my stuff.
Alright, next up is Sand Kingdom. Let's review some useful skills.
Ah, yes,
Travel
this.
tip, ground pound. I'm sorry, I can't help but get the Hololive Amelia Watson thing out of my head. Nothing beats a ground pound. That's funny, because that's what I did to your mom last night. Hey, it's not me. It's not me.
Trying to allow you to read what they said.
Let me...
You can see it over in the corner, though.
Will I get claimed for that?
I did not.
I don't know if I'll get claimed for that.
I did not get
I
claimed.
hope not, because I'm going to show it anyway.
I did not get claimed.
Ground pound. To smash blocks or enemies below you or to flatten out bumps in the road, nothing beats a ground pound. That's funny, because, you guys know that's actually what I did to your mom last night. Ground pound.
There you go. That's the clip I was referring to.
Yep.
Alright, skipping ahead.
There you go. That's the clip.
I just realized this game is a huge NTR thing.
Yeah, no, I actually went and I censored the word porn. Yeah, I did that. It really is, though, because the whole point is, like, obviously, it's the kidnapping of Peach, but, like, you know, it is just NTR at the end of the day.
I don't know how I'm remembering all of these.
I put in a lot of silence in this video. I'm just now realizing that.
This is so slow.
Oh, yeah, me just completely missing the platform. I mean,
that's what I get for being impatient.
I mean, at this point, you guys know me well enough that, like, I'm bad at games. So this is not unnormal. Me saying I could totally make that.
Do you have to get the shards for this?
Showing how
don't
little I
remember
know of
having
the
to get
actual
shards for
story.
man.
Oh. Oh. So I remember my playthrough well enough, and my edit well enough anyway, to know that the last one I get is this one right here. And I can't find it for the longest time. So it was on screen at one point.
Hello. Where is the last two Where are the last two shards?
So, that's me speeding it up 5 times.
Oh, thank you. Where? The hell? Where the hell is it? This is actually insane.
That was me finding out the map actually helps.
Oh, there it is. Whew, that took way longer than it should have. If you've ever needed proof that I'm bad at video games.
Yep.
There
Another
it
bonk.
is.
I did really like my Mario Odyssey playthrough though.
This is the boss fight I have the most trouble with.
But yeah,
And you guys ain't invited to the wedding.
I did so poorly editing this.
Okay, that's a lot easier now that I actually know the strat to do it.
Yeah. So, this is only like 15 minutes into a 40-minute video, so I am going to skip ahead a bit. I'm going to skip through Sand and Lake Kingdom and get into Wooded Kingdom.
Wooded Kingdom next.
Nice. You can also tell I've gotten a lot more confident in my content since this time. Me just, you know, montaging getting a bunch of moons.
Alright, that's 3.
I could have sped this up so much.
That's 4. And that's 5.
Like, I didn't need to show, like, I did not need to show me counting out how many moons I had. All I had to do was just do moon, 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 and get it done so much quicker.
Actually, let's grab this one first. And you're a bitch.
And you're a bitch. This one was important to show, though.
Crumbling tower.
Yeah, we're 18, almost 20 minutes into this video. Yeah.
They'd already be like 3 kingdoms in.
Yeah. you know, if I could have put a record scratch in there, that would have been a good thing. Like, I could have edited that so much cleaner and made it more entertaining. Just, you know, doing the record scratch and just going, all right. So, it could have been so much better that way. And instead of just cutting to a black screen, like, actually had, like, you know, something underneath it. Like, there's so much more that I should have done there that I didn't do. You know? But, you know, hindsight being 2020, and also, I want to say at this point, no, at this point I was already done with my classes. So I would have already been all the way through my editing class. But, like, there's just so much more I could have done with this that I didn't do.
Didn't even get the final phase.
Then, you know, going through Wooded. And at this point, I'm trying to speed up the edit because we're not even halfway through the game at this point, and we're already halfway through the video. We're already 20 minutes in, so I tried to speed up the edits a lot more and just kind of focus on the story.
3. All right.
Oh yeah, and this would be roughly where I ended, because this was back when I streamed for an hour and a half a day. Rather than 4 hours. Oh yep, me typing. Because Opera GX. No sponsor, but you know.
Mario seems so surprised every single time that it flies. So yes, we've got some time to kill. Let's review the cap, throw, and hold. That's literally just press and hold the button.
You know, I would try a speedrun of this game, but the speedrun of this game is so well optimized that I don't think I'd be able to. And plus, I don't have an old enough version of the game too.
Bowser fight. And there it is.
So fucking quiet.
He fucking died again.
Was this where I talked about the movie? No, I must have talked about that in Moon Kingdom. See? There. The moon here is still the grayish color scheme. Compared to in Cap Kingdom where it's just bright yellow.
And that brings us to Lost Kingdom.
And this is the first instance where you see the cursed line appear on stream. I did not notice that it existed until editing this video. And this is what made me aware of it. So the rest of this video is going to have the line on it. It sucks, but I worked with what I had. And so that's why now every once in a while when I'm playing a Switch game and I notice that there's the line, quote unquote, I will unplug and replug in my capture card. And then you'll see it freeze, deactivate and reactivate, and it'll be fine. But this is a known thing with the capture card that I have, where the frame rate causes, like, spots to not load correctly and will cause it to like desync. And then this is where I mention it. It says, yes, I am aware of the line through the gameplay. Unfortunately, it's in the footage from here on out, so I can't exactly remove it. Sorry. Because I can't, at this point, it's because the timing is off. I'd have to, like, cut out a section of the gameplay and fast forward it by a couple frames, which you can't exactly do, especially with, you know, the model here as well, because it's either you have a line in the gameplay or you have a line in my model, which neither one of those is good, so I just kept it as it was.
Right, okay.
I hated this section when the game first came out. Klepto, stealing your hat, the entirety of your movement is just gone. Now granted, it's back to a normal Mario games controls and whatnot. But, you know.
Oh, that was a close one. There we go.
But, and so on and so forth. I'm just gonna fast forward a bit more.
Okay.
Audio is still shit.
Just lose Moon Kingdom.
This is back before I equalized audio. I'm just now realizing that. Oh, it's because I couldn't. That's right. I recorded it all to a single audio track, so I couldn't equalize audio. Now I record it to separate audio tracks, so I'm able to kind of change the audio levels from bit to bit. So, like, right now, I have my mic separated from my desktop audio, which is where all my gameplay audio comes through. Unfortunately, that's also where all the alerts come through, and all of the text-to-speech and all that comes through there as well. So I really only have the two audios that I mess with. But it's everything and my voice, which means that my voice can be equalized with how everything else sounds, which is good. So that's one of the big changes that I made after this. But kind of going through.
Bowser goes off, kidnaps the princess. You, as Mario, start comforting Bowser, and then still invite Bowser to every Mario Party, every golf, every kart turn. Like,
that's me just talking about how
really
Bowser and
about it,
Mario
they're
aren't
just
really
kind of
enemies.
Friends who, like, they're rivals.
Oh, that line is so freaking annoying.
And there you go.
Oh,
That
it's so
is,
freaking quiet. What the hell?
Beating Super Mario Odyssey for the first time in years.
And then, of course, I started to use this as the ending song by this point, so I put it as the end to the video as well, and it only lasts for about 25 seconds? Something like that. Because I chose the end of the song. Well, maybe not quite the end of the song, but, you know. So that is my actual edit of an entire playthrough. Alternatively, you have Splatoon, which I started doing shorts for. And I only have 5 shorts because at this point I got so burnt out of editing Splatoon stuff that it just didn't work out. And now that I've lost all of my editing files, I don't know which VOD I was in the middle of. So I'm likely not going to edit Splatoon anymore. But that's fine. The Splatoon stuff is kind of weak anyway. But we'll watch some of the shorts.
The last time I played a single player game was actually Breath of the Wild. Back 2019. I haven't played a single player game since I started making friends online. I also said on Twitter that like playing Tears of the Kingdom, not being in a call with anyone, it did kind of feel a bit lonely. And I think that that was a good thing.
Always love your
Because at this point, I feel like I became
appreciate that.
too dependent on doing stuff with other people that I forgot how to have fun by myself. With playing Tears of the Kingdom and enjoying it like I am, I'm feeling a lot less so dependent, if that makes sense. The last
So I'm gonna kind of expand on that a bit. I'm sure I talked about it in like the VOD and whatnot, but what I really meant by that was, I don't play single player games much anymore. Well, I didn't before I started streaming again. And I played Breath of the Wild, and then after that it was not really anything. Because that was when I started getting into being online. I started getting into VR chat. And then once I got into VR chat, I stopped playing other games for the most part, and I started just playing VR chat. And then from there, to kind of expand on it, I started playing a bunch of games on my Steam library, like Worms, like Jackbox, like just stuff like that. And I would obviously be in a call with friends playing with them. And then, of course, it got into... I stopped playing single-player games for a majority of stuff. And then once I got back into playing single-player games, typically I was playing the game as someone else was playing the same game in a call with them. Or it was the sort of thing where we were playing a single-player game, but we all joined a lobby together. So something like Pokemon, you have the lobbies where you can play with other people in the same world, typically doing your own thing. That's the sort of stuff I would do. Tears of the Kingdom doesn't allow for any of that. And frankly, I was the only one out of my friends who was actively playing the game. Apart from like maybe one or two other people, but at that point, like, they weren't playing it as much as me. So I couldn't really talk to them about it. And that's kind of why it felt lonely. Was because it wasn't that playing the game itself was lonely. It's just the fact that it was something that I wasn't talking to people about. It was something that was just for me. That's kind of what I meant. And I'm not sure that got across properly. Also, this face is awesome. But, like, some of the comments, like, imagine needing a game to feel lonely. Like, that's not what I meant. Like, obviously, there are moments in time where I do feel lonely outside of gaming and stuff like that, but it's just, it was weird that a game caused that emotion in me. Or caused that feeling in me. That's what I meant. It was weird that it happened, not that I needed it for it to happen.
When I say, and I'm just kind of talking, it's less so that I notice that I'm rambling, and more so that I'm reaching the end of my ramble where I'm just kind of circling around and I don't know what else to say and I don't know how to end it. Which happens a lot more often than I would like to admit. When I say...
So, I noticed that this speech pattern I've actually stopped doing. I don't really say, and I'm just kind of talking anymore. I keep rambling about whatever, and then I'll say something along the lines of like, and I don't really have much else to say. Because this kind of idea of, and I'm just kind of talking, lends itself to the idea that my ramble isn't something that I wanted to happen. And so me saying, and I don't really have much else to say, is more clear in saying, I'm reaching the end of my ramble, and it's time to move on to other topics. And not, oh, I'm rambling, I should stop rambling. So, my speech pattern has changed quite a lot in terms of how this went. You know, it's really interesting. And then, yeah, Ray, you commenting there. But, yeah, it's it's really interesting how much people can change in a year. Because, obviously, I've had a lot of stuff happen over the past year. From the start of streaming to kind of coming up with a design and a lore to growing as a creator to kind of finally ending it off with, you know, things being played up for meta or having to change kind of how I'm going about my content for the sake of making things clearer and making it so that way I'm not in a spot where it's impossible for me to continue. So it's interesting because I don't see myself in this person anymore, you know? Like, obviously I still go on rambles, but I don't see that as a bad thing anymore. I obviously still talk kind of softly at times. That's why my mic has to be up so loud half the time. But that's also not a bad thing, and I've learned ways to kind of go about changing that aspect, and I'm talking more energetically, and I'm talking louder, and I'm talking more comfortably. There's a lot of stuff that changes in that throughout my content over the past year. And if you watch my VODs, and frankly, there's a lot of them at this point, and they're all on my VOD YouTube channel, not my main, you'll kind of see that change over time. Because that's how it worked. There wasn't just a moment where I'm like, okay, I'm going to change how I'm doing this. Sure, there were spots where I'm like, okay, I've been thinking about it and this is something I need to do. But you'll start to notice slow changes in my patterns of speech, in kind of how I talk. So it's interesting because that's something that I don't think a lot of people think about. Unless you're specifically a content creator and you're reviewing the stuff that you've done in the past.
I can't say I was obsessed with the lore of the game, but I definitely found an interest in it because it's one of the more...
Let me turn that down.
...storylines. Oh, okay. Chimera, go figure. Words escape me. I'm not going to be streaming that. The last time... Jeez. I think this is a record for how many commenters I've had. Yeah, I guess that Tears of the Kingdom kind of. That's the. Well then. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Yeah, Coconut Mall felt like the perfect choice for that. Because it's the sort of thing where, like, you almost want clown music, but you don't want it to be clown music. Because clown music sounds silly. You want it to just be that kind of humorous sound, but not quite expected to be funny. And Coconut Mall is just fast-paced enough and just silly enough where it made perfect sense to use it. And plus, it was really fun to edit to that song. This is when you and I were playing, Ray.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, I can't believe I actually made that. I was about to fall off because I started the Booyah Bomb over the water by accident.
It was at this
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, that I do like that one. That one's such a weird save too, because it's like you had to be so lucky with not only the fact that you were just close enough where you could make it through, you had to be the squid version of the character, and there had to be your ink on the edge of the platform. There were 3 things that all had to be put in play there that all just happened to work out. Yeah, count it. A moment where Echo is lucky. A single moment.
So I just had a random brainwave because that's how my brain works. I've been playing Mario Kart recently, and one thing that I wish they would bring back were titles, like unlockable titles that you could set for online play. They had that in Mario Kart 7.
That's on the 3DS, right?
Yep. Where you had a bunch of different titles, depending on your play style and like how well you played and stuff like that. I remember.
You can see
at
me
one
focusing
point,
on the game.
I got the title Bomb on Ace, and I got it after. What happened was it was one of the glider sections over a pit. I threw a bomb in front of me, and it landed directly on the person in front of me.
Wow.
And I have to say, that was one of my proudest moments in gaming. Period. So.
Yeah, no, that still one of my proudest moments of all time. Like, I managed to hit, like, and it wasn't even a matter of, like, oh, yeah, they were right in front of me and I hit them. No, they were, like, a full distance away from me to the point where throwing it in an arc landed on them. And that's why that's my proudest moment. So, yeah. And I don't know why, but the lucky Splatoon save, you could tell I was focused too, yeah. The Splatoon save popped off for whatever reason. I don't know why. I wanted this one to pop off more. But, you know. And then, of course, you have
Just like
this match.
What you just said was a little AO.
I am the only one on this team that is not
Oh
a
god,
charger.
3 chargers.
I am dead meat here.
Not necessarily. Depends on how good these chargers are.
Oh, I am right on top of myself.
Are they
Yep.
good, by the way?
All 3 of them just back there.
There's one just sitting in spawn.
Someone does not like the fact there are 3 chargers.
Yeah.
How did I get you there?
There's the record scratch. Going frame by frame. Dead. I have no idea.
You know, you and I should have swapped places.
You will have no idea how long it took me to edit that. This right here, that took me probably an hour in and of itself to edit. For a 2-second joke. This is why it's taking me so long to actually get to the Undertale edit.
4 chargers. Oh my god,
That would
wouldn't
have been an
even work.
interesting team.
That would even worse. What do you mean? At least you can paint for them. Ooh.
Oh yeah, my, like, ultimate pop-off was in this game as well.
Nah, you're getting a little too hungry there.
Yeah. I was also trying to avoid the, I don't...
What is this Elier? What is this Elier doing?
I was trying to avoid the giant laser things, and it just kind of, that's where it naturally took me.
Ooh. They are not playing E-Leader right. Oh my god.
This is a lost match for me. I have no shot here.
No, it is.
I still absolutely love this match. It was so bad on my end,
that
but
one's just jumping up. Yeah. I see you over there.
No, you don't.
Oh damn.
me hard focusing. I had to play dirty by trying to get you guys in spawn because I had such a bad team.
That was a really good
Yeah,
push
that
for
was
me.
that was a good push for you, but too bad your other 3 teammates for E for chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had a phenomenal push.
What were they doing? By the way?
No one was
I
with
don't
me.
know. That was a really bad
Honestly,
match for me.
to say that E-leader was walking forward. It's like, what are you doing? That is not how you play E-leader.
Oh, that was a match and a half. That was certainly one of the matches of all time. Annoyingly, that was probably one of my best matches of all time, but I got a horrible team.
Yo, yeah, you're right. That's that. Oh my, 210. Oh my.
I had the most kills on the team. 3 snipers that are meant to kill. I had the most kills on the team. Granted, I had the most deaths. Almost not, but I had the most deaths as well. But that, you know, I'm a close combat weapon. But I had the most kills, despite the fact I am the least prone to kill in this team.
My God, that E-leader.
And then, yeah, there's the new ending. Yeah, sounds about right. But, yeah, and this is the, yeah, ad. So that's... Oh, Exit 8. That's a game I should play at some point. That is all of my... I'll wait for the ads to kind of finish up and whatnot, so... Put on some music. Put myself back over in the corner because I don't need to... I'm not going to be covering myself anymore at this point. Got about a minute. Can close that. Alright, 30-ish seconds, and then I'll go through some even older stuff. Alright, about 15 seconds. That's actually interesting. Hold on. This line right here. Oh, welcome back. This line right here, when you scroll, kind of bounces. It's interesting. Alright, ads are officially over for everyone. So, what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna watch some even older stuff. Granted, they're still on here. They are. I have a bunch of unlisted videos. From all the way back to 2019. So... let's just start from the beginning. This video, this was my first attempt at clickbait. You know, there's no, like, there's no, audio or anything like that, but it's literally just me glitching through the Fortnite map in replay mode. To show off this, just to get some clickbait. You know, so the thing with this is, I titled it, Kevin the Cube is Alive. Obviously, that's not the case. This is just the box that they used so that way they could show a white space inside of the vault. That's all it is. They just made it a cube shape to make it so that you know, it makes sense while you're going down, it's just going to be bright. There's no need to make it a cylinder because this actually has less polygons. And it makes it more optimized. So it makes sense. But I wanted clickbait. And you can also kind of see, I'm not going to show the whole thing, but my old username down here. But just, you know, this was my first attempt at clickbait. It's so funny. And there's no audio whatsoever. And it's just a bright screen. That's all it is. There's nothing to that. This one was kind of funny. This was long before shorts was a thing. And so I just kind of was playing along with the meme. Let's see. Yeah, it's, again, not really any volume, but I that's it. Yeah, that's all that was. Then you get this one, which popped off. Actually, I'm curious about the comments on this old video. Okay. Yeah, okay. These old videos, I'm not gonna go into details about, like, the comments or anything like that, because reasons. This one was good. This one was a good video, because I didn't see, actually, yeah. Let's just do this. This was the first instance I saw on YouTube where you could find all of the recordings from this season in one place.
Attempting is very risky. I suspect they are not the only ones watching, but it must be done or we lose the bridge forever. I speculate that no one calculated the formation of the island, that interdimensional matter collisions would resolve rather than push. Now that I witnessed it firsthand, it's obvious that pinching alone made it inevitable. When I hear this again, will it help me remember? Or once looped, will I be just as muted as the others? No matter, it seems the lengthy precautions worked. The theorem was a success. You arrived outside the loop at the exact moment of expansion. This effectively paused the singularity, giving us time to create the devices needed to synchronize the junction. What I didn't factor was that the only way to trigger the device was from within the loop itself. Thus this hasty and primitive recording, and why now I find myself looped. Activate the beacon at precisely the moment this timer reaches nothing. The 0 point must be contained once more. If they are correct, it will be the end.
So, with this video, this was Season X, right? Season X was the final season in Chapter 1 of Fortnite. And so, throughout the season, there were little recordings left throughout the map, each with one line of dialogue. And you had to piece them together to get, you know, a specific skin and whatnot, and you got the full story. This was also the first instance that the loop was mentioned. I had not seen anyone on YouTube do the full recordings in one video. It was each, okay, this is the first recording. Okay, this is the second recording. Okay, this is the third recording. Just from the standpoint of being separate videos, because they would find them in-game. This was the first instance I saw someone do all of them together, and it was my video. So I posted it, and it did well. I don't know. There's not much to that. Yeah. And just like, it did pretty good. I got 400 some odd views. And then we go into this, which, this was a boss battle mode. that was in the game for a season. And this was me actually playing through the boss battle. And, you know, I wasn't talking at this point in time, obviously, because even in VODs that are still up on the channel, there's not any, like, audio. But this right here is how I talked throughout the entire video. I just did subtitling what I would be saying. Mostly at the beginning and end, but, like, there's nothing really to it other than just playing through the boss fight. That's all that is. And, you know, there was no reason to keep it. So we go in and we have Town of Salem. This was interesting. So this video, you can see it did a lot better than any of my other videos. 2.4K views. The reason for that. Okay. So this is Town of Salem. Kind of just I got this. I got the Plague Bearer role. Actually, no. This was after Among Us. And it's, well, the actual game itself, the typical name of it is Werewolf. Which is older than, well, most video games. But essentially, I got Plague Bearer and decided on a whim to record. And just to see how it works. And I got going. And I got where is it? Night 3, I became Pestilence, which is if everyone in the town is infected, you become Pestilence and you become unkillable, essentially. So, what happened was this was a day 4, night 3 change. That's very uncommon. And so, I posted this to YouTube, just for the sake of it. And so, I was watching the YouTuber that got me aware of this game, Jerome ASF. I was watching one of theirs, and they got a night 4, day 5 Pestilence. And they said, I have never seen anyone get quicker than that. Like, that is the quickest you can get Pestilence, is what they were saying. So I decided to comment, I've gotten day 4, night 3. And then, they said, well, it must have been a special game mode. Like, one of the comments that replied to me was saying it must have been, a specific game mode that allowed you to do that. Like, Lovers mode, which, you know, that's something where, like, you have a person that you get tied to with, like, stuff like that. This is all role, which means it can be any roles in the game. Any number of them. And so, I commented, replying to them saying, well, it's uploaded to my YouTube channel if you want to check it out for yourself. That's what spiked the views, is because I mentioned that I had it uploaded to my YouTube channel, this specific game, in response to someone calling me out saying that they didn't believe me. And so, if you know anything about Jerome ASF, he has, I want to say 4 million subscribers. He gets a ton of views on videos. That alone, people started seeing my comments saying, hey, I posted this on my channel. And so it flocked people to the game. So that mixed with the fact that it started to get, it started to get, comments, and that also caused it to spike. Yeah, I got a comment 9 months ago. Like, this was pure luck that it popped off because someone decided to call me out. So it, you know, it's that was an interesting one to kind of show off because it really did numbers. I wish I could go through and find the video that I commented on and see how well that commented. But I don't know. Actually, hold on. Can you see which videos you commented on YouTube? Oh, perfect. Okay. I go to here. I'm using it on my other monitor to see. Okay, where can I find this setting? Here we go. This should probably be it. Okay. Let me see. I've left a lot of comments on YouTube videos. What the hell? Let's see. This was 2020. This would have been 2019, so it's still earlier than this. Here it is. So, this is the video that I commented on. So this is the second channel, 812,000, but 65,000 views 4 years ago. This was my comment. No, someone... They must have deleted their comment, because I, like, was called out. I remember being called out on the comment. I should probably delete this comment, let's be completely honest. But yeah, I had an amazing game of Town of Salem. I was Plague Bearer with the Guardian Angel. I became Pestilence Knight 3. It was very interesting. Yeah. It's no longer up on my YouTube channel, but, like, you know. I'm actually gonna go through and curtail all of these comments. Because I've left a lot of comments? What the fuck? I'm still scrolling. Okay. My first comment was in 2017. Holy fuck. Hold on. I need to see. I need to see if this is still up. Holy shit. Okay, it's not looking like it's still up. Okay, that's good. But just absolutely insane. Anyway, that's enough of that for now. So that was that. Another Town of Salem just didn't do nearly as good. 5 minutes of broken Fortnite. This was when Fortnite was having issues. And just Like, I would be playing a match. Of course, you get a long loading screen. Super long loading screen. You get the pop-up. Oh, now you're out of the bus. Except, 1, your skin isn't loading, and 2, you can't actually click any buttons. None of your buttons are working. And now the battle bus is launching. After you're already out of it. And then you get another loading screen. And another one. And another one. I don't know why this happened. But it wasn't just a me thing. This was an actual issue across the board. And of course, your health isn't loading either. And you're also getting a taste of my old username. Yeah, no, this is... You can't interact with anything at this point. Your pickaxe isn't loading. Again, can't interact with anything, so you can't open a chest. Another loading screen. Can't jump. So you can't get over the fence. Another loading screen. And this is all it is. For 5 minutes. It's just that repeatedly. Until I decided to leave the game. Like, that's how broken that was. And then... No, okay. And then, of course, once you get here, it's like, okay, you're back in the lobby and whatnot. But, yeah, no clue why. No clue why that happened. But yeah, those are some of my really, really old videos. And that's not even getting into stuff I made as a kid. Because I posted stuff when I was younger. With an old account that, frankly, like, it was a disaster. I'm really curious to see if it's still up, but I don't think it is. Yeah, no, like, a lot of these... Holy shit, I'm looking at a bunch of my old comments, and I'm not going to show them off because some of them go into some of the older stuff and whatnot. I have old usernames in here. You would think I was a scam account. I was just young and dumb. You would think I was a scam account. The whole sort of follow me and stuff like that. Like, I would love it if you followed me. Holy shit. I'm gonna go through and delete a bunch of these comments after I'm done. Well, that one is an actual comment that I left responding to someone's question. Well, you know, I can scroll for like a full minute without reaching the end, so yeah. That many. Alright. Well, That's 2.5 hours of reacting to my own content.